Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores! I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Adrian College has once again found itself on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report Best College Rankings. This is the 8th straight year that Adrian has been named to the top regional colleges Midwest section. Adrian College was also named the most innovative school in the regional colleges Midwest category. In addition, Adrian received accolades in Best Value in undergraduate teaching within regional colleges Midwest. Adrian College was also named in the top first-year experiences by U.S. News & World Report. This marks the 13th consecutive year that Adrian has appeared in U.S. News & World Report. To see the full rankings, visit their website. For more information on Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Dejan Hughes, and I'm a senior in the class of 2021.
My name is Megan Abbey. I'm from the class of 2021.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Parisi, and I'm the class of 2021.
Wow. As far as working for ACTV, the first thing that comes to mind is honestly the community. Like, the people that I work with are amazing, all the way down from Jay at the top to the last guy that only gets to work one stream a week. It's just the energy that is around is always awesome.
It's a perk that you get free access to the games, but I absolutely love it. We have a great culture here, and then I was able to work my way up to a student director position, but I get so much creative freedom. I get to work in arenas and sports and environments that I absolutely love and enjoy.
ACTV has brought so many experiences and memories that I'll take with me to grad school and even beyond. It's been such a blessing to be a part of the team, and everyone's just so welcoming, and I've learned so much directing and using the camera and many other things.
If you do want to get into this stuff, I say do it, and do it quickly with ACTV, because not only is it a great community, but you'll also learn a lot and be prepared for the future.
I think what I'm going to miss most about ACTV that's not the free software that I get as a student would definitely be the people and the culture that we have here. Just the connections that I've made, the students that we have, just the family that we have here. I'm definitely going to miss everyone a lot.
I'm going to miss everyone, I think. Everyone's just been so great. I love the atmosphere. It's definitely another family away from home. I think directing is going to be something I miss, but just interacting with everyone during our meetings on Tuesdays, and just the atmosphere, I think, is going to be the biggest thing.
DJ, Megan, Caitlin, I know I told you this was going to be a promo about ACTV. Well, it's actually a promo about you guys. Your leadership as seniors has helped me guide the program since taking over at the beginning of January. I would not have been able to do it without you three. Now, I know your time is done with ACTV at the end of the semester, but I know you're going to do so many great things in your future endeavors. I wish you the best of luck.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Yeah, do that.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Rivalry Night at Arrington Ice Arena. Tonight, two teams with a mutual history of dislike will square off on the ice as Adrian College hosts the University of Michigan Dearborn. Calvin Keys along for the ride with you, accompanied by Brett Carlisle. These two nationally ranked schools meet on a collision course early on in the ACHA Division I season. Brett, what are you expecting from tonight's contest?
Well, good to be here with you, Calvin, alongside you. We've kind of flopped roles here tonight. Usually I'm on the play-by-play and you're on the color, but this is my first time doing color with you, so it's an honor to be next to you. So what I'm really looking forward to tonight is Adrian 4-0 coming in here tonight, beating the likes of Trine and Roosevelt for their 4 games to be 4-0. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Gary Estalos has planned for the Bulldogs right off the start here.
Matthew DeCesare crashing through to pick up the puck. Wolverines in the maize and blue, predominantly blue uniforms, sporting the winged helmets. Bulldogs have donned their gold uniforms for tonight's contest here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Again, Calvin Keys, Brett Carlisle with you here on Adrian College TV. Thank you for joining us. Adrian comes into this game ranked as the number 3 team in the country. As for Michigan Dearborn, as they head off for a line change, they are 15th in the land. Brody Thornton controlling play here, settling things down, and he'll get the breakout up and running, feeding to the wing to DeCesare. Ushers it onwards, batted up the other direction by Makarchuk. Bond will gain the red line and dump it down deep. Out of his crease to play it is Polzin. Pressured in the corner again is Makarchuk. Wolverines working it up the near wall. Digging away at it is Kudenko. Cutting into the middle is Sebastian Smith. He's leveled, but they score.
While the horn goes off, that was a great, honestly, I actually didn't even see the puck go in the goal, but we're going to take a look at it here. Pressured up against the wall here on the close side, but it just breaks free for the Bulldogs, and number 12 on Sebastian Smith gets around. I believe he was the one that shot that. I believe 66 cleaned it up. That was Gajewski, the freshman.
Yeah, Gajewski, the freshman, getting on the board. Talk about taking a hit to make a play. Sebastian Smith getting the puck to the middle of the ice for his teammate. Got leveled in the process, but it all turns out in a positive way as Gajewski will put it in the back of the net. Improves his goal-scoring mark on the season to 7, just trailing his teammate Connor Smith by 1 for second on the team. Lofting this one low is Matthew Cruz, icing waved off.
I really like that by Cruz because it got Adrian a line change and they have fresh legs on the ice now.
Chance here off the wall. That shot careens wide off the stick of Kudenko and a break the other way. Moving on in is Justin Jamer. That shot wide to Polzin's right. May have taken a deflection off the defenseman's stick as the redirect off the twig of Stanko into the far corner. Stanko will feed back to the points. Back to his defenseman, loose on the doorstep. Jammer, a swing and a miss off the rebound from the shot by Kent.
That was unfortunate for Jammer there. He had a perfect rebound opportunity, but just whiffed the puck and it went underneath his stick, and fortunately Michigan Dearborn got it away from him.
You know, props to you, Brett, because before this game started, you thought Adrian was going to come flying out of the gates. Thought they would get a goal in the opening minute. Took about a minute and a half, but you weren't far off.
I wasn't far off. I've seen my fair share of Adrian College hockey, and I know how they play. They like to play fast-paced and aggressive in the first 5 minutes usually. Then they start to settle in, but as you see now, a 1-0 score in favor of the Bulldogs.
A whopping 6 shots on net for the Dogs here in the first 2 minutes of play, as the captain, Sheldon Nolan, back to pick up the puck. Settling in behind their goaltender, Noah DeCottney, sophomore out of Calgary, Alberta. Fed to the wing for Jamer, into the middle for Stanko. A nifty give and go, trying to center it in for Hatcher. Polzin got a piece. Mohawking up ice is Cullinan. Angled to the wall, Bulldogs will keep it in. Jamer looking backward, cut off by the stick of Petterly. Another chance. Couple of Bulldogs collide there. And a hefty collision. Dearborn centering across. It's Bird, couldn't control a right pad stop by DeCottney. First real save he's had to make tonight. Icing will be waved off. O'Connell being pressured by Cameron Armstrong. He'll turn up ice. Kieran O'Connell losing an edge there is Overval at center ice. O'Connell speeding in. It's off the right shoulder of Ducatini. And a good chance for Dearborn here, as it looks like the Swede Henrik Overval, assistant captain for the Bulldogs, checking his edge there, kind of went down inadvertently at neutral ice, providing the space for O'Connell.
What I really liked by Bailey Bird, though, he took a shot and he was thinking about a wrist shot, but he went underneath the stick and almost slid it in the 5-hole of Ducatini.
Yeah, the trickery. These goaltenders at the ACHA Division I level are so talented, so you really have to put them off balance, use a bit of trickeration. Comes back to the Dearborn point. Shot from distance, bounces around for West. Open in front was Matthews. He's knocked off the puck. Speeding the other way is Overval. Backhanded in by Cruz. Met a roadblock somehow. Mikhail Kudenko has his stick lifted by Cruz on the back check. Wolverines looking to keep it in. Overval ushering it out. West sachets back into the offensive zone. Cleared away by Bond. Heading on to the bench and grabbing the puck is Emery. Lofts it deep. And fielding that one baseball style was Ducatini, who will choose to play it to the corner. Cruz gains control from Adrian. They've taken their time on these breakouts as Michigan Dearborn looks to be employing a neutral zone trap, playing very defensively so far, Brett.
Yeah, and I really found that interesting by Michigan Dearborn. They are waiting for Adrian College to come out from behind the net. Usually you get pressure on the person that sits behind the netminder, but they're playing defensively, and they've gotten a couple steals here in the neutral zone.
They're biding their time, aren't they? Just looking to angle Adrian to the sides of the neutral zone. DeGiulio opening up to receive the pass. He'll skate onwards, banks it off the half wall. Emery, power turn, cutting back. Trying to force it up the boards, instead turns it over to Mateo DeGiulio, turns and fires into the block M on the chest of Eric Polzin. He holds on, the junior goaltender from Livonia, Michigan, making the stop, Brett.
That was a good save. DeGiulio with a good turnaround shot, wrist shot right into the M of Polzin. Good composure by the netminder himself, and a good shot by DeGiulio.
Michigan Dearborn's goalie coach, Micah Collier, has to be pleased with that stop. Positionally sound for Polzin. McLaughlin misses the cage, trying to tuck it home in front. Spade thought it went in. The follow-up chance from Gajewski. Already has a goal tonight. Couldn't quite tuck it home. McLaughlin receives it at the blue. Centered for Gajewski. Walking in, trying to roof it. Rebound chance on the one-timer from Kent. Polzin made the save.
Gajewski almost looking for a second goal on the night.
Winning the puck back here. Great pursuit from Dylan Gajewski. Squirts out here. Moving forwards is Dakota Potter. Dearborn gets it deep. McLaughlin engaged in a physical battle with the Wolverine. Looking out front for it here is Hartwell. Controls, taking his time. Decides to play it below the goal line. McLaughlin racing to the near corner, and he is crushed along the boards by Joey Cullinan. Bone-rattling hits. Max Hartwell. He'll look D-to-D. Kudenko chipping this one onwards. Thornton battling to win the puck back. Squirts out to center. Nash Hatcher with speed down the left wing. Drops off for Justin Jamer. Wasn't able to get the accuracy he desired with that shot. Stanko holding it in. Puck will scamper to Polzin, who will cover up for the whistle.
Michigan Dearborn, I thought they were going to get something down here. Honestly, they had a backdoor pass, but it was just missed by the Wolverines, and Adrian College came all the way back down the ice. Nash Hatcher with great speed got all the way down the ice, and now doing a face-off in Michigan Dearborn's zone.
Stanko got a piece of the draw into the center for Hatcher, who fanned on the shot. Wolverines back up the other way in neutral ice. Chance Matthews dumps it in. Arm up for the official. Slashing will be the call against Adrian College as Nash Hatcher makes the lonely trek to the penalty box. First power play of the night, and it will go to the Wolverines. Did you see anything with that call, Brett?
Yeah, I saw Hatcher. I thought 13 on Adrian. Brendan Stanko was going to get called for that, honestly, but Nash Hatcher must have done something out out of my peripheral vision. I did see him with a slash, just maybe a little bit, and the ref caught it, and he thought he was going to get away with it. Obviously, a little frustrated going to the box.
Yep. Despite being down a goal, I've liked the start for Michigan Dearborn so far. Power play here, a big opportunity to try and level it at 1 apiece.
And well,
Overval wins it down deep. Sorry, Brett.
You're good. 0-2, I mean, coming in, you're going to have to play with a little bit of aggression, and a good stop by Polson there.
Adrian clearing it down ice right off the bat. Settling it down is Jake Emery, freshman defender out of Brownstown, Michigan. Bond cutting off that feed to Cullinan, right back down.
It's crazy how many players on these rosters I notice are from the downriver area and by Detroit. It's kind of funny. It's like where a lot of my friends are from as well.
Kudenko dancing in, lost the handle on it, tapped the other way, and a race after it here. Ethan McLaughlin in on goal, shoots, right pad stop Polson, who had to be honest. Back out to neutral ice. That's a great point you made, Brett. The downriver area really is a recruiting hub for both of these schools, being close to that Metro Detroit area.
And what I really liked by McLaughlin, I mean, he's from British Columbia, played for the Nelson Leafs, and I liked how he was so fast to get off a shot because Michigan Dearborn was closing fast.
Absolutely, and a great play to pick off the feed and generate the chance for himself. Makarchuk onwards, driving wide is Brendan West. Great body position. Eventually has it knocked away by Overval. Dearborn thought they had gotten set up for a moment in the O-zone, but they clear it away by themselves. Just 30 seconds left before Hatcher will return to the ice. Bulldogs have done an effective job killing off his slashing minor so far. Another miscue from Dearborn, and the drop pass will sail out of the reach of Max Hartwell. Pass snapped onwards, and that will be offsides. Brendan West had not vacated the Adrian zone quite in time. We'll see a neutral zone draw.
UMD is really killing themselves on these dropping. They have to drop back all the way and get people past the blue line, and then they have to reset because obviously none of their players are sitting at the top of the blue line for them to catch the puck.
I think a big reason we're seeing that from Dearborn, Brett, is just because of the sheer pressure that Adrian is applying against them, not giving them a lot of time to make decisions. Dearborn has looked a little bit panicky with their time and space being cut down early by the Bulldog defense. Thornton back on the retrieval, rimmed around the glass. Hatcher coming out at a good time, right onto his stick, out of the sin bin, nearly had an O-zone chance. Bigelow ushering onwards, slapped deep by Colin Garner. Bond, he'll rim it along the kick plate, picked up by Jamer. Skips over the stick of DiGiulio. Dearborn will deliver it below the Bulldog goal line yet again.
You know what's really interesting to me, Calvin, I want to know how they know when to come off the ice and when to come on the ice. Is that how they line up and then the next person comes on for that person?
Typically in hockey, the teams are arranged in a line. As being hooked there, it looked like was DeCesare. He'll drop it off for DiGiulio, and that is angled up into the glove of Polson with the paddle. With hockey, the forward units are arranged in groups of 3. Defense are arranged in pairs of 2, and usually it's the coach will give you a little bit of a tap on the back to let you know that you're up next on the shift. As a penalty upcoming here to Dearborn, looks like it is Dakota Potter, senior forward out of Rockwood, Michigan, in the box. Wasn't able to see the call as we were explaining the line change concept in hockey. Looked like it was a hook there from the run of play that we saw. DeCesare had the stick in his armpit. Bulldogs draw the power play. Up 1. Can they make it 2? Bond, power play quarterback from the point. Deflected off the skate of Cullinan and Y.
That was a good
Wolverines.
shot. Good shot by Bond and at the top point at the NCAA logo. And DeCesare, Adrian's got to really think of something here. 5-on-4. Got to take advantage of this. See if he can go up 2-0.
Brendan Stanko glides into the offensive zone. Bond will glove it down, tries the howitzer. Stanko, nearly a rebound chance off the end boards. Collected by Bond again, he'll fire. Big shot block there from Cullinan. Comes around the boards to Cesare. Fumbled momentarily, tries a long low shot that is handled easily by Hartwell, and he will loft this one down to Cottony. Fields it with the glove. Plays it with his stick to Sheldon Nolan. Nolan will circle the wagons. Moves forward to the wall. Sebastian Smith. Do-si-do's in. Looking backdoor for Sam Spate, just out of his reach. Less than a minute left in the man advantage for Adrian. Nolan and Smith playing catch. Could not be handled by Brody Thornton. Muscling a Wolverine off the puck before he has it stolen by Blake Petterly. Clinical penalty kill so far for Dearborn, really controlling the middle of the ice and forcing the Bulldogs to the outside, Brett.
Stole the words right out of my mouth. They're playing really good with this kill, but Sam Spate now with a run.
Spate looking cross ice. Sebastian Smith pulls in. A big stop sliding across. Still loose. Follow-up chance from Gajewski. That went off the butt end of Polzen's stick. Nolan at the point for Sebastian Smith. Spate at the bumper position, instead sends it out in front. Thornton trying to tip the puck, but Polzen will hold on for the whistle. 8 seconds left and the penalty to Dakota Potter.
That's good hold by Polzen, but unfortunately Adrian's going to get fresh legs on the ice, and now in this final 8 seconds you could see a goal from the Bulldogs.
Adrian with one final face-off play. It'll require a clean win off the draw, which they're not able to achieve. Held in by the glove of Kent. Sends a low shot wide right. Potter will return to the sheet. Walking in this time is Overval, and Polzen making himself big yet again.
U of M Dearborn did really good on that penalty kill. Polzen held his own in goal as well. Many saves there. 16 shots on goal for the Bulldogs to just Michigan Dearborn's 5.
Adrian peppering Polzen early. Clement wins the draw back. Overval off the shin pads of Hartwell and wide. Max Hartwell has covered a lot of ground early on tonight in the defensive zone. Hit hard to the ice there. And slow to get up is Cameron Armstrong. Collected by Hartwell again. Miscue from Dearborn. Tapped back up for Armstrong, and stepping up to deliver a big hit was Hartwell. This game's heating up.
Armstrong getting hit twice in the consecutive about 15 seconds. He's got to be feeling it right now.
Wolverines have laid the body early and often, as this one came just outside the blue line. McLaughlin looks skyward. He thought he had kept it in. Referee thought otherwise.
I would agree with the referee on that one. It did slide just past the blue line, unfortunately, for McLaughlin, and he knew the mistake there, and next time that probably won't happen for him.
Always walking a tightrope there at the blue line, just trying to keep it in, especially being pressured by the Wolverines forwards. 8:09 left to go in the first period. Dearborn will win it back. Cruz knocking it down with the stick. He's pressured from behind. Dakota Potter making life difficult for the Adrian defense. That's kicked forward soccer style by Justin Jamer. Comes to the wing to Bird. Disjointed play. Mott looked to fire it back in, but it went into the midsection of Josh McCarchuk.
Good Stanko.
Pinching in. Wins possession. Staying with it. Looks back to the point to the freshman Mott. Across for Cruz. Fires the shot again. It's right into Polzen. Bulldogs, you'd like to think, will need to put more bodies in front to make Polzen's sight line more difficult here, Brett.
That was good by Adrian College there. Passing along the blue line, finding each other, and Cruz taking the shot. And it was a well-placed shot, but Polzen is holding his own in that goal.
Tracking the pucks well, isn't he?
He is. He's got great vision there.
Stanko opposing Kudenko on the draw. Dearborn will win it forward. Brendan West with the puck on his stick, fires one off speed, deflecting off the stick of Mott. Bit of a knuckleball that DeCottney was luckily able to handle. Bulldogs will whack it out.
You know, Michigan Dearborn's going to have to be more creative. DeCottney, very skilled in the goal, especially for only being a sophomore. But here's a chance right here.
Kent trying to backhand it out in front. Came off the skate of a Bulldog defender. Jamer, bit of a pirouette, but wasn't able to bring the puck with him. McCarchuk holding it up well. Matthews will look across. Hatcher got the slightest of touches on it. Now West. Weaving back in. DeCottney tried to scoop it up. Cruz will spin backwards. Around the wall. DeJulio wedges it off the boards. Too far behind Hatcher. And Petterly ushering it back in. Mott Bank shot forwards. Icing waved off as they ruled that Emery could have gotten a touch on it. Pinching down low this time is DeCesare. Tried a shot, didn't make it out front. Wraparound attempt. Polson, a couple of nice stops, sealing up the post, Brett.
DeCesare, wraparound goal, and Michigan Dearborn now with an advantage.
Connor Smith picking it back up, a race for it. Mateo DiGiulio might be in here, cutting to the middle, the backhand. Polson, another quality save for the Wolverines.
Wow, Polson is really outstanding. After that first goal, he's really not allowing Adrian College to get anything past him now.
Hartwell skates up ice, wedges it in with the backhand. Thornton to pick up the puck.
Great top 15 matchup. Sorry, Calvin.
Bulldogs just getting a change. Connor Smith heading off, replaced by his brother, Sebastian Smith. And yeah, as you mentioned, Adrian ranked number 3 in the country. Dearborn's the number 15 squad. Sebastian Smith's attempted shot didn't get through. Picked up by Nolan. Couldn't get it cleanly up to Gajewski. Using the window well is Thornton. Sebastian Smith pickpockets it off the Wolverines. Racing in, and again, just pulls and sealing up the middle of the crease. You have to think Adrian will look to place these shots to the corners here pretty soon.
Sebastian Smith is impressing me with that speed. He almost looking like a basketball player on the ice rink. I mean, he's pickpocketing people and getting around them so quickly, and then he's got the puck, and Michigan Dearborn can't cover it with his speed. And he's getting right to Polson, and luckily Polson is stopping everything, but Sebastian Smith could have 3 goals right now.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of shots are going into the chest of Polson. I think they're going to have to test the goaltender's quickness more by looking to the corners. They've tried to go 5-hole numerous times, and it hasn't quite worked out. Now Spate, the assistant captain, drop pass between the legs to Gajewski, and puck will head out of play with 4:54 left to go in the first period. Hot start for the Bulldogs. Getting on the board early was Dylan Gajewski. Since then, the Wolverines have really dug in. Despite being shot 20-6, you still feel like it's anyone's game here tonight.
It is definitely, in Michigan Dearborn and is being saved by their goalie right now, honestly. Their defense is lacking just a little bit. Adrian's kind of found their lanes, and they're going in and out really easily. Sam Spate, honestly, I think he should have kept that puck and shouldn't have passed it on. I think he probably could have found something up in the corner.
Well, that's Spate's play style. He's so unselfish. Armstrong is hacked down, and a penalty upcoming to Michigan Dearborn.
And Armstrong still got the shot off, too, and it went right into the glove of Polson.
Popped right back up on his feet. This one's going to be a tripping call. See who heads to the box for the Wolverines.
67, it looks like.
Joey Cullinan, junior forward out of Allen Park, Michigan. Another guy from the Detroit area, Brett, as you were talking about. DiGiulio will take this face-off. Power play unit on for the Bulldogs, trying to find their second of the night. Adrian coached tonight by Gary Astalos. Michigan Dearborn being led this evening by Chris Haltener in his 10th season with the Wolverines program. Stanko, good strength. Stays with it. DeCesare, Bond. Hesitation. Smith. Rink wide pass. DeCesare out in front, choking up on the stick is DiGiulio. It's over the crossbar. Bond down low, bumper play. What a setup for DiGiulio. Again, just sent it skyward. Battle for the puck down low. Mateo DiGiulio. Looking rink wide again for Connor Smith. Bar down, he scores. That is how you do it. Connor Smith, an unsavable shot. Great possession by Adrian, setting up in the offensive zone. And Connor Smith finishes it off with an absolute laser.
Connor Smith, how many people did this ricochet off? I believe it ricocheted off Stanko, so is Connor Smith or Stanko going to be credited for that goal?
I think it's Stanko. He sent it right off the crossbar, deflected down from there. Bardowski, as the kids like to say. Spate will take this one, winning it back against Sensoli. 2-0. Huge power play goal, Brett.
It was, and Smith really fired that thing in there, and I think caught Brendan Stanko off guard.
Connor Smith, 9 goals on the season, and this just his 5th game as this one is batted down by Bigelow. Chance in front. The Cottony sealing up the ice with 3:49 to go. As I was saying, that was Connor Smith's 9th goal of the season, and this is just their 5th contest of the year. Pretty impressive numbers there. Also advances to 14 points on the season so far, Brett.
Yeah, Connor Smith and Sebastian Smith, the top three team leaders for Adrian College. So the brothers are really showing off here what they can do, the senior and the sophomore.
Both of them the prides of Pinckney, Michigan. Connor Smith, a senior. Sebastian Smith, a sophomore. So cool to see brothers playing together. I'm interested what would happen if they put them on the same line as Gajewski. Sidesteps a checker. Finally knocked off the puck. Silky hands for Dylan Gajewski, who had the first goal tonight. He wins it back. Spate back to Gajewski. Looking backdoor there for Sebastian Smith. That would be something if brothers scored back-to-back goals for the Bulldogs. Potter loses an edge, and that is snapped up easily by DeCottney.
Don't count it out, though, Calvin. It couldn't happen. Sebastian Smith could get his goal here next, as we just saw a setup by Gajewski.
Yeah, going into this game, Connor Smith led the team in points. Sebastian Smith was 3rd on the team in points, just like you said, Brett. I'd be interested what would happen if you put them on the same line. I feel like they would have to have some sort of chemistry, right?
Yeah, something like that. I feel like it'd be kind of unfair.
Cruz up for Stanko. Ramps off a Wolverine stick. Jamer trying to stay with the play. Acquired by Hatcher. Opens up, fires a shot, kicked aside. Big chance in front for Stanko as Jamer getting tangled up with Hartwell in front. Bulldogs looking to the slot. Bond pokes it to himself. Deals it down low. Big hit on Stanko. Bond fumbled with it, now tries a shot through traffic, deflects wide off a body. Hatcher spinning around to keep it in, looks, and Cruz fanned on the one-time blast. Sliding across to cover is Polzin, and we'll see the first mild disagreement of tonight. Jamer getting the glove up on a Dearborn player to dislodge his helmets. He was having a bit of disagreements with Hartwell throughout that shift, and it looks like Jamer's going to go to the box now. Jamer, freshman out of Nepean, Ontario, played his junior hockey with the Coburg Cougars. And 2 minutes for roughing is the call. Dearborn back for their second power play of the night. What do you think they can improve on from their previous attempts, Brett?
Michigan Dearborn can definitely improve on keeping it on the one side of the blue line. They've been fumbled, and Adrian College has done really well by pressuring them to make mistakes, and honestly, that's really what's cost Wolverines their power play the last time.
Bumped back for Hartwell. Moving it forward, fires a shot, no rebound conceded by DeCottney. I think you're right, Brett. They almost looked like their own worst enemy on that previous power play chance, where their passes just were not connecting, and it really broke out the puck for Adrian College.
Yeah, and I really liked the leadership by Henrik Overval, though, to go out there and get the explanation from the referee, even being the assistant captain.
Overval winning into the corner. Bird in pursuit. Armstrong tries to fire it out. It's caught by Hartwell and will stay here. Dearborn walking in. Shot is blocked, and a nice glove save on Josh McCarchuk. Cameron Armstrong stumbling to the bench a little bit as he got in the way of the shot from Brendan West from the left wing.
DeCottney is so skilled down in that goal. It's going to take a load to get the puck past him.
Dearborn works it forward. Nolan, he strips Chance Matthews of the puck and gives it a ride down ice. Just $1:46 left in this first period. Number 3, Adrian College, currently leading over number 15, Michigan Dearborn. 2-0 here from Arrington Ice Arena as West. Slap shot is blocked. Bulldogs will ice it again. Calvin Keys alongside Brett Carlisle here on Adrian College TV. Happy you've joined us. ACHA Men's Division I Hockey as a point blast from Overval in the turnover. Turned aside by Polzen. Less than a minute left in the Wolverines' time with an extra skater. Rink wide for Hartwell, saucered forward. Could not be controlled by West, but he'll stay with it. The alternate captain cutting to the middle, shot through traffic, and Ducatne will find it.
Good job by Noah Ducatne to find that puck in the mess that was in front of his eyes. Could have gone really wrong really quickly.
Yeah, certainly a maze of bodies in front of Ducatne. Wolverine forwards doing their job, making life difficult for the Bulldog goaltender, but he's able to see through the haze and cover up the puck. Spate opposing Cullinan on the draw. Cruz will rim it around. Winning the race to it is Kudenko. Kudenko, a native of St. Petersburg, Russia. Shot off the stick of Jake Emery will sail wide. Wolverines possessing here on the power play. 25 seconds left on the man advantage. Cutting back now is Petterly. Has his stick lifted and poked out here well by Dakota Bond. He'll get some applause from his teammates. McLaughlin speeding out to the ice on a line change. Blindside hit on Cullinan. Sends his opponent to his knees. Adrian ices it down. That'll just about do it for Michigan Dearborn's power play here in the waning seconds of the first period. Solid first for the Bulldogs so far. Let's move forward for Potter. Reverse hit on Kudenko. He falls over, gets a cold shoulder from Justin Jamer. DeCesare tripped up that time. Michigan Dearborn looking for the stretch pass. It's cut off by McLaughlin, and that'll do it for the first period. You have to think Adrian will be riding high going into this first intermission, Brett.
Yeah, 2-0. You've really done well. 23 shots on goal, and you scored 2 goals out of it, like I said. And Adrian really looking hot out on the ice right now. They're almost melting it, to be honest. And Michigan Dearborn looking cold, so it's kind of like a neutral thing, and they're kind of freezing it back over. So hopefully the Wolverines come back out. Maybe they score a goal, make this more of a game, but we'll see what happens.
Luckily, we have a pretty reliable refrigeration system here at Arrington Ice Arena, so not too worried about it. First goal tonight coming from Dylan Gajewski, followed up from a power play marker from Connor Smith. That's how we stand going into this first intermission. 2-0 the score. Stay with us here. We'll return for second period action in about 15 minutes.
crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
Back here for second period action at the Arrington Ice Arena after a first period that was dominated by Adrian College, out shooting Michigan Dearborn 23-10, scoring 2 goals and blanking Michigan Dearborn so far in this game. Brett, what did you like from Adrian's first period?
Well, first I'd like to really note that both teams have 4 minutes in the penalty box, so that's pretty good so far. What I really like is that Adrian College is 23 shots on goal. Michigan Dearborn has 10 as well. So Adrian College really winning out this so far in the first period. We're going to see what Michigan Dearborn drew up in the locker room, though, and see what they're going to come out here with.
Getting ready for the second period. So much of any sport is just making those adjustments during the break. As we see the first face-off of this second period, won back by Dearborn. Maybe caught a wet patch of ice there as the Wolverines send it around the boards. Down low, and Polzen starting off his second period work early as Hartwell will clear aside DeCesare, not letting him near his goaltender. Hartwell having a discussion with the official now. Things heated up as the first period went on, as they often do, but both these teams were on pretty good behavior, as you said, just 4 penalty minutes for both sides. Adrian able to score on one of their 2 power plays and successfully killed off 2 of the minor penalties against them. Puck onto the back of Cullinan there, and Polzen made another stop. Not something you see too often. Ramped up in the air off the draw onto the back of a Wolverine. Awkward position to be in for sure, Brett.
Yeah, it is, and Adrian College almost actually got a goal off that because Polzen wasn't expecting it. He was looking for the puck, and it rolled off the back of the Adrian College forward, and puck up into the net now, and we're going to go to another face-off, but it was really interesting to see that because I've actually never seen that before either.
In all my years of watching hockey, I've not seen the puck settle on the back of a player. So, something new here tonight at the Arrington Ice Arena.
You always find new things here in Arrington, honestly, so great place to be.
Even better place to be on rivalry night. Michigan Dearborn just located about an hour north of Adrian's campus. These two teams all too familiar with each other. Cutting off the pass there was Sebastian Smith. Steering it to the far corner again as Spate angling west to the wall. Caught Brendan West a little bit late there in the knee. Bit of a dangerous play. Smith the other direction. He's caught. Feeds it to Spate. Spate spinning around. Finds Gajewski trying to pull it into his body. Can't get the shot off.
Michigan Dearborn really fortunate for Gajewski as they just took a shot there. But Gajewski almost got a second goal of the night there, right across the front of the goal.
Grade A chance for the Bulldogs. Bond sends this one away. Emery a point shot. Big screen there from Kudenko right in front of Ducatini. Board battle behind the nets of the Adrian goaltender. Changing direction quickly is Matthews. Feeds it back for Makarchuk. Shot just got through Sebastian Smith, but not by Ducatini, who snaps it up with the glove hand.
I've been saying it all night. Ducatini is one of the most skilled goalies in the ACHA men's team. What am I trying to say? Men's D1.
He's a good goaltender.
He's a good goaltender, let's just say that, and he's one of the best in ACHA men's D1.
Stanko winning it back. Dylan Kentz. Hatcher looks across the ice for McLaughlin. Defenseman will drop it in deep. Hatcher pinching along the boards to try and keep it in. Stanko spinning it back to the blue, and Dylan Kentz. Kentz will bank it right back to Stanko. Reverses to Hatcher, tipped in front. Good chance for Jamer, but it's over the cage. McLaughlin winds and fires. Missed the net. Adrian with another sustained spurt of possession as it's set in front. Dangerous chance for Stanko, who collided with his own teammate Jamer, and he's still down on the ice. Hope he's okay. Holding his head right now, and as they check on Brendan Stanko, we're going to go to commercial break. Back here at the Arrington Ice Arena after a short break as Stanko being helped off the ice by the trainer. Just an awkward collision with his teammate that he didn't quite expect, Brett.
Yeah, and Jamer's a big guy. You saw him collide with a Michigan Dearborn player in front of their bench in the first period, and he didn't even nudge. He was just like a brick wall. And honestly, Stanko's probably feeling that one.
Mott is tripped up dangerously, sliding into the boards with speed. You know, Brett, usually Jamer is delivering those types of hits to opponents instead of his own teammate. Stanko just felt the effects. And now I think he understands why Jamer is such a feared player in the GLCHL. Overval picks up the puck, speeding forwards, gets it down low. Polzin whips on the pass. Armstrong back out front, dangerously a chance. Shot from Cruz deflected down. Mott opening up. Directs this one below the goal line. Wolverines can't get it out. Overval pestering Petterly. Wolverines trying to dig it out. That shot off the post from Clemens by the side of the goal. Sent in by Bird. Puts a reverse hit on Cruz.
Two things there. Polzin really made a big chance, and Adrian College almost crossed it in front of their net. Luckily, nobody was home to receive the pass when Polzin was out of goal. And Henrik Overval with a nice kick, like a soccer move, going between the legs and passing it to his teammate.
Great athleticism. That's why they play that pregame soccer and warm-up, for that reason right there. And Overval is a Swede. I bet you he played soccer growing up. It's a big sport across the ocean. Cruz eating the shot, chips it down. Looks like it'll be on net, so no icing. Polzin forced to corner, cover. Polzin will cover as the Cesare forced him to. 16:08 left to go in this second period here on Adrian College TV. Bulldogs hosting the Wolverines at Arrington Ice Arena. Ozone draw upcoming. Number 18 versus number 18. Matteo DiGiulio wins it back cleanly, a bit too cleanly, split his defenseman. Interesting sight on the draw as the Wolverines' number 18, Mikhail Kudenko, squared off with the Bulldogs' 18, DiGiulio. Kudenko with it now, cutting in. Fires that high and away into the fishing net. We'll get a whistle.
And that was, I actually don't know how to feel about that between the whistles. It was kind of, I saw DiGiulio's face here, and I think he knew that hit was coming, and he just got scrunched up against the glass here, close to us, and it's kind of just a dead play. Kind of one of those where it's kind of boring. You just don't want to kind of watch it. There's no action really in that between those two whistles.
McLaughlin heading behind the goal with speed. He'll head onwards. Sends it low. Hartwell nudged off the puck with some force by DiGiulio. DeCesare finding it. DiGiulio in the corner, out for McLaughlin. Kent picks it up, shot through traffic. Sealed up again by Polzin as DiGiulio will get tied up again with Makarchuk.
Really skilled shot by Kent there. Went underneath a couple sticks and tried to slip it 5-hole on Polzin, but he wasn't falling for it. And DiGiulio a little chirpy down there with the Dearborn players.
These Adrian players are never shy to exchange pleasantries at the net front. Connor Smith moves it by one, rips a shot. He fooled Quest Bigelow hook, line, and sinker with that move. Looks like we have a slashing penalty coming up. Who got the last touch? Will it be Adrian? And it looks as if it will be. Matteo DiGiulio looks to be the perpetrator. He'll be booked for a slash. And Michigan Dearborn, their third power play chance of the night, 0 for 2 so far.
You know, Calvin, I just like to bring up when I was a freshman about 3 years ago. That's a long time. I can't believe I'm a senior now, but
I can't believe you're a senior either.
One time the penalty was put on the goalie during the ACHA men's D1 game, and it was probably one of the funniest things I've seen. The goalie came in here, smacked the glass. He actually cracked it on the door. He smacked it so hard he was so upset with the ref.
Story time with Brett Carlisle. That's quite the tale. They have to get the rink manager out to replace it as Brody Thornton sliding in, steals the puck away. Trying to cut to the middle of the ice. Had it poked off his stick there by Matthews. keeled over there is Bailey Bird. D-to-D now, Makarchuk working wide, and a booming hit from Nash Hatcher. Josh Makarchuk bounces right back up to his feet after he was keeled over, courtesy of Hatcher.
Nash Hatcher's not a big guy either, so he had a lot of force with that hit.
It's tough for Makarchuk to stay on his feet. He's a little bit off balance trying to weave wide there on a tight angle. Kept in. Matthews, defended by Overval, feeds Makarchuk. Ducatini, another big save with a minute 02 left on the Wolverines' power play.
Kind of one of the better shots we've seen Michigan Dearborn take on the night, at the top of the key here by the NCAA logo, and it was a good setup, and we're going to see what they can do with the rest of this power play.
Tips and screens, that's usually a recipe for success. Trying to put the puck in the goal, it's always easier to do so when the goaltender doesn't have a good sight line. Ducatini has saved everything that he's been able to see so far tonight. And I think we're going to see a timeout here from Michigan Dearborn. Bit of confusion. Maybe their head coach didn't like something that he saw there on the setup. As Chris Haltoner gives some instruction to his men, we'll step aside for a short commercial break. Stay with us.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. Michigan Dearborn's head coach Chris Haltoner calling a timeout to recalibrate his power play unit, as Joey Cullinan will take the draw against Henrik Overval. It's tied up, finds its way to DeCesare, turns it over to the Wolverines. Looking cross ice for Kudenko, didn't miss by much. Heading into the middle is Emery. Opens up, feeds to the wing. Kudenko switching positions, trying to set up Cullinan on the one-timer. Swing and a miss. Potter returns to the blue. Kudenko feeding across for Emery. Michigan Dearborn. Nice setup here after the timeout from Haltoner. Came off the stick of Cruz and went up into the netting. I'd say that this third power play has looked better than the first two for Michigan Dearborn so far, Brett.
Yeah, this power play's looked a lot better. I think they actually talked about it in the locker room from the last time they had one. And it's really showing Michigan Dearborn getting ever so close. 13 shots on goal. You like to think one of them is going to slip past Ducatini.
Dropped back here for Max Hartwell. Working it across for West. Out in front. Bird, a chance. Poking away at it was Matthews. Ducatini, another nice save. 13:43 left in the second. 19 seconds left in the man advantage for Michigan Dearborn. If you're just joining us, Adrian up 2-0 against the Wolverines. Goals coming from Dylan Gajewski, assisted by Sebastian Smith. Just a minute 5 seconds into the game, followed up 15 minutes 47 seconds into the first, a power play goal unassisted by Connor Smith. Sam Spate, critical shot block. Hatcher rubbed out along the wall. That'll just about do it for the Wolverines power play. Makarchuk trying to work forward. He's pestered by Hatcher. Now West. Sachet's in. Toe drag. He's tripped up. Shocked that wasn't a tripping call there, as West is hit hard. Bumped forward by DeGiulio. Giving Hartwell a hard check.
Nash Hatcher was slow to get up down there on the far corner.
Kudenko. West through the legs of Makarchuk. Left pad stopped Ducatini. What a beautiful play that was by the Wolverine defenseman, playing it between his legs and then letting a quick shot fly, Brett.
We've seen Michigan Dearborn come out striking. They've actually looked a lot better this period. I like to think their coach gave them a little fire in the locker room. Also, Adrian, I think, is firing them up a little bit. So we're going to see what's going to happen with a face-off down in their own offensive zone.
Sometimes with the pesky way Adrian likes to play, it can deter teams from playing their best game and distract them a little bit. It looks like Michigan Dearborn has just used it as fuel for their fire here so far in this second period. Bulldogs still lead by 2. 2-0 at the moment. Dropped back for Hatcher, snaps one across for McLaughlin. Spate saucered up for DeJulio, just a little bit out of his reach. Emery turns on the brakes. Knocked forward by Kudenko. Garner couldn't reach it. The goaltender Polzin out of his net to play it. Pass is intercepted by Dylan Gajewski, had the first goal of tonight's game. Thornton trying to hold the blue, not quite able to. Heads back for the puck. Thornton still with it. Chips it to himself. Tried to play it through the legs of Emery. Bulldogs walking a tightrope, just keep it in. Point shot from Gajewski. Somehow made it all the way through into Eric Polzin's chest, and he will trap it there for the whistle. 12:02 left in the second period.
Was that Gajewski or was it Sam Spate that shot that? I couldn't quite see it.
Gajewski.
Was it Gajewski? Okay. I thought it was Sam Spade because they both kind of came from the same direction, and it was, no matter what, it was still a good shot as they put it through an armpit of their own player. So
took an odd deflection. The thing about hockey is if it takes any kind of a touch off of your gear, it's your goal. So that would have been a nice goal to pick up. Luckily, Polzin tracked it for Michigan Dearborn. Score stays 2-0. Pinned along the wall here is Cullinan. Thornton loses out to Bailey Bird. Played along the near wall. Squirts out to Hartwell, logging a lot of minutes here early on in this game. DeJulio battling with Hartwell down low. And Max Hartwell will come away with the puck. Defenseman out of Utica, Michigan. High saucer, could not be batted down by Bird. Bond off his own teammate, a chance in front for Hartwell, and Cottney says no. Players gather here in front. Tangled up below the goal line. That looks to be DeCesare and Potter mixing it up. Cruz will take a shot from a Wolverine. Hartwell pressed to the side of the goal. We'll see if any penalties come out of this.
You know, what's really funny is that hockey getting rid of the fighting, as hockey used to be such a big sport with fists thrown and everything, and now it's kind of just like simmered down to that. It's only like tussles and the referees get right on it right quick, but it's also amazing to see if you just touch the goalie, like touch them just barely, the whole team just swarms onto you, and it's kind of like
it's an unwritten rule of hockey that you just don't touch the goalie.
Kind of like disturbing a nest of bees.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with Adrian College here with
yellow uniforms, yeah.
So,
great metaphor. Well, Max Hartwell, the only man in the box. So Bulldogs go to a 2-minute power play. Discipline's so important. Don't want to give Adrian more chances on the power play than you have to. They're 1 for 2 on the night. Previous goal came from Connor Smith, who's not on the ice right now.
But his brother, on the
Sebastian is.
Sebastian is on the ice.
Sheldon Nolan back for the aforementioned Sebastian Smith. And a quick glove hand there from Polzin to stymie the chance. Face off on the right side circle. Sam Spate, 11 points this season. Can he acquire another on this power play? Minute 42 left in the Bulldogs power play. They win it back to the far boards. Adrian will have to regroup at center. Picked off by Cullinan. Backhanded all the way down where it's controlled by Ducatney. And left for the captain, Sheldon Nolan. Native of Richmond Hill, Ontario. Played junior hockey with the Newmarket Hurricanes. Spate back for Gajewski, biding his time. Sebastian Smith looking net front. Thornton bumped across. Nolan from the high slot. Instead passes it to Gajewski. Bounces onto the stick of Sebastian Smith. Smith moving into center, rips a shot That caught Emory up high, and Michigan Dearborn will ice it. Less than a minute left on the Bulldogs power play. Halfway through this game here at Arrington Ice Arena. Adrian hosting Michigan Dearborn. Calvin Keys, Brett Carlisle with you. Stanko around the kick plate. DeCesare. Backhanded for Bond. Cross ice for Connor Smith. Scored a goal from that left wing earlier on in the game. Rips a shot. That sails high. Smith the follow-up. Couldn't get a clean chance off. DeCesare sealing it off the boards with this skate. Bond, no-look feed to Smith. Sending it out front. Blocked by O'Connell. Stanko returning to the point. Michigan Dearborn doing a good job of getting in the lanes, and they're rewarded as it heads out to center. Bond weaving his way in as Hartwell returns to the ice. Dakota Bond, the defenseman, getting up in the play, and it deflects into the netting. 9:09 left in the second period. Bulldogs have a 2-goal advantage. Both of those tallies coming in the first period.
Yeah, Coach Gary Estalos doing a great job here on that power play, and Adrian had a lot of good looks, but unfortunately just couldn't make up anything as Polson was doing a good job in goalie. Also noting Gary Estalos, the head coach of the ACHA team here, and also the assistant athletic director, which along with many others, including Adam Krug, I believe, is also one of the assistant athletic directors as well.
Interesting to note, so a lot of influence not just on the hockey side of things for Estalos. He's contributed to the school athletics program in a multitude of ways. Batted down here by Colin Garner. Gets the puck deep. Angled to the boards is Bigelow. Point shot Hartwell. Coming back from his stay in the penalty box. Cruz banked forward. Out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Bigelow. Back in the Bulldog zone. Cruz, plenty of time. Picks out Clement up ice. Ethan Clement. Defended by Hartwell. Saucered across. Finds the stick of Smith. What a pass there from Clement. As Sebastian Smith, maybe a little bit of Dishigan action. Picking up the puck on his stick and threw it over the net. That's a move that we saw Trevor Zegras pull off last NHL season. I don't know if you saw that, Brett, but he picked up the puck behind the net, threw it over to his teammate Sonny Milano, who batted it in. I think that's what Smith might have been going for there.
Yeah, Smith really trying to go for it there. It's not fooling many goalies nowadays. Everybody's trying to do it. And I know last season a couple of NCAA players and ACHA players tried to do it off the backside of the goalie.
Sebastian Smith's shot is gloved by Polson. That's a tough move to do. Sebastian Smith did it easily, just got under the puck quickly, flicked it over. Always causes a great deal of confusion from the goaltender when you do that. You're talking about Estalos. He's got a pretty good resume, huh?
Estalos does have a good resume. He's the 7th-year coach in the Bulldogs. Has led him to 2 national championships in 2018 and 21 as well. 2018, he only lost 1 game all year, and which went to their title, and they were undefeated in the GLCHL. So putting together a 20-game win streak, kind of what we saw from the NCAA team last year as well.
Sebastian Smith looking across for Gajewski as he skipped by a Wolverine defenseman. Thanks for that, Brett. Estalos has had some great success in the past as Gajewski will knock over Bird, and continuing his prowess with this Bulldog program. Have outscored their opponents through the first 2 weekends of play, 41-2. Back-to-back against Division II Trine and Division I Roosevelt last weekend. Not the strongest of opponents, but it's helped them get ready to this point in a big rivalry game against Dearborn tonight as the Wolverines ice it.
It's kind of surprising that this is a rivalry, as Adrian is 20-10 in 38 matchups of all time with the Wolverines. It's kind of one lopsided affair for the Bulldogs, and Dearborn also struggling, I hear, at the school with sports as well. I think they're getting rid of a lot of sports up there. Hopefully ice hockey isn't one of them, as this is a talented team and they have a lot ahead of them.
Thornton moving in, looking across. Michigan Dearborn has a history of having a reputable ACHA program. Moves around for Sheldon Nolan. Brody Thornton finding Connor Smith, looking to use the defenseman as a screen. Emery, a great shot block. Moved up for Kudenko, lost in his skates. Thornton off the plexiglass, and DeGiulio back the other way. Mateo DeGiulio, hesitation to Cesare, trying to tip it on goal. Mikhail Kudenko backhanded there for West. Here comes West, cutting into the middle. He fires a shot. Wasn't able to best Sheldon Nolan. And Brendan West's shot goes up out of play.
Michigan Dearborn was really firing in the first 10 minutes of the period, and now they've kind of slowed down a little bit. Adrian is kind of, seems like they've ran out of steam, and Adrian kind of just took over ever so slowly. So let's see what happens in the last 6:20 here.
Hatcher threading it through for Jamer. Bond reaching out to snag it. That's off the skate of Hatcher, who is crashing the net. McCarchuk, his stick is dislodged. Smart play there by Fletcher to angle it out. Soares back in. Off the stick of Nash Hatcher. Cruz dumps it back down low after the puck squirted out to neutral ice. Hartwell. Saucered here for Bigelow. Sidesteps Henrik Overval. Quest Bigelow battling for it. Stanko emerges with the biscuit. D-to-D here for Dearborn. Hartwell snaps it forward, and that will be icing. Looking for Bailey Bird, cross ice, but couldn't connect.
A little note about Michigan Dearborn, a lot of key players for tonight we've been looking at. Brendan West. Caden Pickles, who isn't in the goal. I know you were upset about that, Caden Pickles. You wanted to make a little joke about him tonight, maybe a remark, but unfortunately he's not in the net tonight. It's Polzin. Polzin done a good job tonight, only allowing 2 goals off 32 shots on goal. So,
yeah, no comment about that one, but Polzin's been really good. I think Dearborn has started the right guy as Clement. He's been up in arms over something that was said to him by Vinny Sensoli earlier on in the shift, and approached Sensoli again there after the whistle. Going back to Caden Pickles, that's just a great last name. I live for that kind of stuff as a play-by-play commentator, so unfortunately he's not playing. Eric Polzin has been great between the pipes. You mentioned Brendan West was Dearborn's second leading scorer last year. He's been in the middle of things tonight. 52 points last season. Joey Cullinan and Mikhail Kudenko, as well as Chance Tasana, a couple other guys to watch. Shot goes wide, between the legs opportunity for Spate there. Smith sends that up into the shoulder of Polzin, and he'll seal it there. 5:02 left in this second period. It was all Adrian to start the game. Dearborn has settled in here. 2-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. Shots 33-17 in Adrian's favor. Knocked back by Gajewski. McLaughlin, Smith, Spate, a hammer of a shot that went off the backside of Joey Cullinan. He'll clear. Race for it. McLaughlin will get there first, and it'll be another icing against the Wolverines. Love these winged helmets that Michigan Dearborn is wearing tonight. In similar fashion to what Michigan wears on their football helmets, we saw University of Michigan Ann Arbor, their women's Division I ACHA team visit. They had a similar style with their helmets, and I love the creativity. Same thing that Michigan D1 hockey wears in the NCAA. McLaughlin wires it in. Racing after it is Kieran O'Connell. Has it stripped from him by Sebastian Smith. A chance in front in a prime scoring area for Dylan Gajewski. And again, Polzin stays big in net for the Wolverines.
You know, the crowd was really small tonight when it first started, but it's kind of grown a little larger now. I see a lot of people here inside Arrington and Wild Cafe lined up as everybody's up there watching the game and enjoying good food up in Wild Cafe.
I always say this whoever had the idea to put a restaurant right above a hockey rink, they need to be paid the big bucks. That is just phenomenal concept. Works out to perfection. Fans able to enjoy the game while enjoying some beverages and some food.
Yeah, and if you look at Shrine Thunder Ice Arena, it's kind of the same structure as Arrington. They don't have a restaurant, obviously, up top, but it's the same structure as Arrington. They kind of, everybody likes to say that they copied us, but I wouldn't say that. They just got the same structure off, and when Adrian goes and plays Shrine as an NCAA team or even ACHA, it's kind of like home to them still too. So I feel like that's helpful for the Bulldogs as well.
Yeah, you know what they say, imitation is the highest form of flattery. So Adrian Athletic Department can take it as a compliment. It'll come back for a face-off in the Bulldog zone. DeGiulio against Brendan West, who will win it back for Max Hartwell. Shot well wide of the crease. Batted in by Petterly. DeGiulio racing after it, contesting with Hartwell for the puck. Wolverine defenseman will get there first. Looking forward for West. Bumps it over for Matthews. Chance Matthews couldn't stay with the play. Speeding back is Kudenko, sent into the boards. Thornton picking it up. In the late stages of this second period, no goals so far. Brendan Stanko trying to provide one, but Josh McCarchuk got his stick in the lane well. Good poke check play and sails into the netting.
Very interesting. Puck is on top of the net up there. Kind of got hit so hard that it flew up on top of the net. So that's kind of interesting. Haven't seen that too many times here in Arrington, but happened tonight.
That shot off the stick of Stanko looked like it blasted up to outer space. That's the trajectory it had. It went virtually straight up. Trying to usher it to the goal front is Colin Garner. Heads back out to the neutral zone. McCarchuk to the far side. Cruz acquires the puck. Quick up here for Justin Jamer looking across. Pass was behind Stanko. Good to see Brendan Stanko back out on the ice tonight after he was hobbled in one of their previous games against Roosevelt last weekend. Plenty of time to recuperate over the week, and he's back out there playing a big role for his team. Bond. D-to-D for Cruz. Rips one into the far corner. Stanko trying to bat it away from McCarchuk. Dearborn gets it out only as far as Matthew Cruz. Jamer. Touch pass with Stanko. Overval trying to hold the blue line. Bailey Bird moves it by one. Being sealed to the wall, and again, knocked over by Jamer. Very physical player. One of the best checkers we've seen in the ACHA this year, as Bond sent that backhand into the scoreboard. May have left a bit of a black mark on that Comfort Inn and Suites ad on the video board, or the scoreboard rather. Don't see that too often.
I can make out a slight mark on the orange C. I don't know if it was from that puck specifically, but I can see it there in the center of it, kind of. So pucks are not afraid to go up there at all.
And it comes back in the Adrian end after the puck sails off the scoreboard. Bird, a shot through traffic. Diving to cover is DeCottney. 2:19 left in the second. Potter with a bit of a shot at Dylan Kent. 2:19, as we mentioned, left in this second period. Bulldogs up 2-0. Goals coming from Dylan Gajewski and Connor Smith, both in the first period. Haven't seen a goal here in the second period. One back for Hartwell. But we'll have another go around at it. Clement versus Cullinan. One to the right wing. Joey Cullinan. Bailey Bird holding up play. Cullinan spinning backwards. Hartwell at the point. Rink wide for Emery. Shot is away from the goal. Hartwell again. Bird trying to tip it by DeCottney in front. Just trickles out of the Adrian zone. Dearborn will send it deep and forecheck again. Clement for Armstrong, hit hard. Emery reverses the play here for West. Another drop pass being fed to Hartwell. Good hesitation move, stutter step. Staying with it. Light backhand pass up for Dakota Potter. Potter into the near corner. DeCottney heading out of the blue paint to deal it for McLaughlin. Buck 18 left in the first. Adrian sends it across, nearly caught the official there as Kent ripped it far. And icing is the call, so Adrian will be pinned back in their own zone.
This period's been filled with a lot of defense, a lot of opportunities for both teams to score as Michigan Dearborn's up their count by 14 with shots on goal, and they're at 20 now. Adrian with 34 and 2 goals tonight, both coming in the first period.
Overval going to pick this puck up. I thought that had an opportunity to hit the scoreboard again. Adrian loves those high chip plays, don't they, Brett?
They really do, and they like to send it down deep with Overval able to get off the ice and make a line change for himself, and that's beneficial for the Bulldogs.
Final minute of play here in the second period. Both teams digging away at it. Squeaks out for Kieran O'Connell, who will find Blake Petterly. Petterly rips it down low. O'Connell pinned to the glass by McLaughlin, trying to whack it free. Matthews trying to keep it in. O'Connell around the half wall. Matthews hit to the boards. Brendan West a good chance. Blocker saved by DeCottney. Good accuracy from Dearborn. Looking to go low blocker. Tough save for the goaltender to make, but DeCottney made it look easy. McCarchuk tried to whack it forward and missed. Dylan Kent, defenseman, moving forward into the far corner. And the skate of Kent. And the second period buzzer will sound 2-0. The same score that we had after one period, we see after 2 periods, Brett.
Yeah, and this period was a lot more eventful for Michigan Dearborn, I feel. And they had a lot of good looks on opportunities. And they just couldn't put it in the back of the net because DeCottney is just playing really well tonight. I mean, he has shut out 5 times in his career, I mean, including Roosevelt a couple games, and they won 11-0 and 13-0. So DeCottney really holding his own tonight, and Adrian really holding Michigan Dearborn to no goals is a big statement for them to the number 15 team. And we're going to see what Michigan Dearborn can come into the third period with.
Goaltending stalemate here right now between Eric Polzin and Noah DeCottney. As you said, 2-0 again as things stand here going into the second intermission. Calvin Keys alongside Brett Carlisle here on Adrian College TV, back for the third period and the epic conclusion to this rivalry matchup in about 15 minutes.
crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. Getting set for third period action as we take a look at our stats through 2 periods. Score is the same, 2-0 in favor of the home side, the Adrian College Bulldogs. Shots were a little bit more even in that second period. Ends up 34-21. Penalty minutes even again. Neither team able to capitalize on their one power play chance apiece, and both goaltenders playing really well. What do you think needs to change for one of these teams to get on the board in the third, Brett?
Well, let's just say Noah DeCottney has been playing very well in the goal for Adrian tonight, and Michigan Dearborn a lot of opportunities, and they haven't been able to slip one past. But we're gonna see what happens in this third period. Honestly, I mean, I think the Wolverines are fired up, and third period anything can happen. They always say a 2-goal lead is the worst lead. So
most dangerous lead in sports, and you have to think that the Wolverines gained some confidence by shutting out Adrian in that second period. DiGiulio dancing up the left wing, trying to cut in. Backhand chance is cut off there by Chance Matthews. Now a chance the other way. Brendan West trying to center it in front for Kudenko. Picked off by Nolan, an errant pass off the stick of DiGiulio. He'll regain the puck here. Crisis averted for the Bulldogs. To the right wing for Connor Smith. Toe drag move, trying to tuck it home. And the trailing left pad of Polson got just enough. That was a smooth move there from Connor Smith, pulling it into his body around a Michigan Dearborn defender. But yet again, Eric Polson coming up big.
Yeah, Eric Polson again coming up big with Connor Smith's toe drag, and he almost slipped it past, but nobody there to get the rebound either, so that was fortunate for the Wolverines, so they got to be careful.
Spate trying to win this puck back, makes its way to Bond. Looking rink wide in front. Shot came there from Matthew Cruz. Looked like a Bulldog was open back door. Gajewski just missing it. Gajewski picking the pocket here of Kieran O'Connell. And Spate tries between the legs again. We saw that once in the second period. Another great tip there from number 44. Again, saved by Polson, and he's in some discomfort there. Shot may have caught him in a gap in his paraphernalia. He's talking to the ref right now. That would be a big loss for the Wolverines if he's not able to continue on. Looks like he's a bit shaken up.
Can you explain to the viewers what paraphernalia is? Because I actually don't even know.
Just a synonym for the goaltender's equipment. So he's wearing a big chest protector that effectively kind of mitigates some of the blows he takes to the chest area, but there's little small gaps in that, so if you got hit maybe like in the rib or something where there's no protection, it doesn't feel too good as a goaltender, especially a strong point shot from the Bulldogs.
Okay, I just had no idea what paraphernalia actually meant. I thought you were like talking about like a body part, honestly. I'm not going to lie, it kind of just sounds like it, so thanks for clearing that up. Hopefully people at home, I don't know if they knew what it meant or not, but now they do, so.
Bailey Bird in deep. Now you know. Noah DeCottney. Like to spice up my terminology, keep it interesting here on ACTV. Josh McCarchuk stings McLaughlin, holding his left arm as Brody Thornton will skate it clear of danger. Back for it, Dakota Potter in front. Having a whack at it is Thornton. Brody Thornton playing at forward right now, usually plays defense. We saw that in their second game against Roosevelt last week. Thornton bumped up to an offensive position. He's very versatile. Played forward in junior from what I could glean from Coach Estalos. So they're able to play him on the back end as well as on the forefront. Trying to kick it free out of a crowd is Cullinan. Stanko back for Mott. Across for the captain, Nolan. Shot will go wide of the mark. Stanko, a nice move to beat Garner. Puts on the brakes, saucered for Overval through his skates. Nolan stepping in. Shot is blocked. Momentarily lost in the equipment of O'Connell. Another chance for Overval there. Drop between the legs. Armstrong trying to roof it on Polson, who makes another save. Just a little bit out of the reach of Quest Bigelow. Overval and Clement pestering O'Connell. Adrian playing and Dearborn zone a great deal here in the first 3 minutes of third period action, up 2-0 at the moment. Wolverines will have to make their way back to the attacking side of things if they want to recant some of their deficit. Left here for Hartwell. Going for a skate is Max Hartwell. Up the near boards, still with it. Into the corner. Cruz picking it up. Matthews wedged to the wall. Bond engaging in the physical battle with the Wolverines. Matthews, point shot coming in from Sensoli. Left pad save to Cotney. Bodies tangled up in the corner again. And to Cesare. Speeding onwards. Through the stick there of Petterly. Drops it back for Connor Smith. Waltzing in. Trying to control was DeJulio. Got caught up in his skate. Out front to Flex. Pulls and covers. De Cesare right on top of him. Score will stay at 2-0, mainly due to that man, Eric Polzen.
Polzen, and I don't know if you could see it, but De Cesare was in front of the goal there, and he almost kicked the puck in underneath Polzen. I don't know if you could see it or not, but Polzen lucky that he turned around just in time as the puck was right in front of De Cesare's skate, and De Cesare kind of just kicked it a little bit. Almost thought he could slip it past, but not fast enough.
It would have been interesting because you're not allowed to send the puck into the net with a distinct kicking motion. So the goal likely would not have counted for De Cesare.
I kind of find that interesting. But
it's a really cool technicality, Brett, because if it comes off the skate but it's angled in, it'll count as a good goal. But if they kick it, if it's a deflection, it counts. But if they directly kick it into the goal, that's when you would see the tally negated. Chance here, 2-on-1 for the Wolverines. Across, Kudenko, he scores! Mikhail Kudenko rips it top shelf onto Cotney, breaks his shutout, and it's a one-goal game. Starts with the defensive zone draw. Sorry, Brett, they lofted it forward. What do you see on this goal?
Yeah, and we see Michigan Dearborn advancing it up ice. It's a 2-on-1, and Kudenko had fresh ice and right in front of him, and it was him and DeCotney, and he put it top shelf right over his shoulder. Nothing could be stopped there. It was a great goal by Kudenko, and finally getting to the net like he's been doing tonight and scoring that goal. And he's been hammered all night, too, as well, so it probably feels good. But boost of confidence, 2-1 lead.
Kudenko has been resilient, hasn't he? For just a 5'9", 165-pound player. Like you said, he's taken lots of blows. He's stayed with it, and he's rewarded there on the 2-on-1 chance. Great feed from his teammate West there on the break as well. Just a little bit of a defensive breakdown for the Bulldogs. Got caught up the ice, out of position a bit, and the Wolverines capitalized.
I think Adrian should start sweating just a little bit here, and Michigan Dearborn, they're not going to go away. And like we said, 2-goal lead is one of the most dangerous leads to have, and it's already starting to show, and we're not even 5 minutes into this period.
And now it's just a one-goal lead with still over 15 minutes left in the contest. Rivalry night at the AIA. Adrian hosting Michigan Dearborn. Two top 15 teams in the nation in ACHA Men's Division I doing battle. Adrian came out flying, scoring a goal just over a minute into the game, courtesy of Dylan Gajewski, who just lost the puck. Followed up late in the first, a power play marker from Connor Smith. Had a bit of a goal drought there. No tallies coming in the second, and Kudenko just got Dearborn. Their scoring night begins from the Russian. Emery to the red line. Light little chip pass for Kudenko. Leaves it for West again. West, Kudenko. Can they do it again? They can't. DeCotney denies Kudenko. That would have been something if we saw West feeding Kudenko for a second straight goal.
That would have been something indeed, and Kudenko wants that one back. He really does. DeCotney lucky and fortunate to save that puck, and Kudenko bobbing his head backwards and was like in frustration. He knew he should have had that goal, and yeah, surprised he didn't put it top shelf.
A picturesque scoring chance for Kudenko. really just stared Ducatini straight in the eyes and had it saved. Into the near corner. Kieran O'Connell chasing. Comes out for Bailey Bird. Cullinan. Slap shot is away from goal. Mott backhanded to center. And Stanko. Can Adrian respond after a big goal from the Wolverines? Kadenko. Bird deflecting it onwards. Regained by Mott. Bond. Stanko. Karam skyward. Jamer brought it down, but he was offsides. Exactly 14 minutes left in the third period. Wolverines being led by Chris Haltner, who's made some good in-game adjustments. They're on their heels to start, but they've settled in. Structure's been good. Under Haltner, this Michigan Dearborn team has consistently been ranked top 10 in the nation, number 15 in the country right now. They won the GLCHL title in 2016 and 2017 under Haltner. And in their new conference, the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, they've won crowns in 2018 and 2020. National quarterfinalists in 2017 and semifinalists in 2019. Haltner has done great things during his decade behind the bench in Dearborn. Shaky moment for Bond, and he'll send it down. Icing the call. You get the feeling momentum shifting in Dearborn's favor right now, Brett.
Yeah, Adrian College getting a little bit off balance here in this third period as we saw the momentum build. First period, Adrian was all in control. Second period, Michigan Dearborn, it was more of an even-sided affair. They were come out firing in the first half of it. A shot on goal, really close.
Bigelow off the side of the net, cross-checking the back. Dearborn clamoring for a call, and they have a case.
As I was saying, and Adrian came back with more momentum in the end of the second period, but now we see it's all Michigan Dearborn, and it's shifted ever so slightly.
Clemens' shot just whistled by the right post. McLaughlin, pass cut out by Hartwell. Thought he caught a high stick up in the face. Will stay even strength. Bond gains the red. Dumps to the far corner. Overval looking back to the point man who is changing. Kent across the sheet for Ethan McLaughlin. Armstrong delivers low for Overval. Couldn't keep it. Gets some help from his line mate DeGiulio. Petterly sending Overval to the boards. DeGiulio through the middle and a seam for McLaughlin. Nearly trickled by. Deflected off a Wolverine in front. The Cesare back, tipped in front. Overval, the rebound.
Henrik Overval, a goal.
Henrik Overval on the rebound makes it 3-1. We wondered how they respond, and Adrian does it right there. First chance, didn't quite work out off the stick of McLaughlin, but the Bulldogs continue to possess the puck. Another chance, and Overval cleaning up the loose change out in front.
And that was good, and McLaughlin, as we saw, shot it in there. Overval got the rebound, put it through. One of my classmates putting it in. Two of my classes, both my leadership classes actually, him and I, in philosophy of leadership and then topics and warrior codes as well.
I think it's safe to say Henrik Overval leading by example with that goal to make it 3-1 here. Adrian sharing some classes with my counterpart, Brett Carlisle. Looks like he attended the School of Hard Knocks with that goal, getting to the front of the net. A greasy goal for Overval, but they don't ask how, they ask how many, and now it's 3-1 in favor of Adrian. Potter has his stick lifted. Adrian the other way.
A good takeaway by Adrian to get a nice line change and dumped it down low.
Absolutely. The back check has been strong for Adrian tonight. Motts. Backhanded around the siding. Puck boomerangs back for Motts. Gajewski trying to pick out DeGiulio. Instead, it's Bailey Bird. Takes a whack from Connor Smith. Still Bird. Up there for Cullinan. Bird pressed to the wall by Connor Smith. Cullinan. Both teams trying to come away with the puck. 50-50 battles continue. Gajewski and Hartwell contesting. Bodies gathering on the glass. Cullinan comes out with it. Drops it for Potter. Into the corner. Shot block coming from Gajewski. Dearborn will change on the fly as they keep it in. Finally cleared out by Adrian. Maybe a break here for Sam Spate. Up the near board. Spate rips a shot. And pulls in. Saw it all the way. A nice glove save. 10:58 left in the third period. A monumental goal from Kudenko on one end of the rink. But on the other end of the rink, Adrian's not phased. They put together about a minute plus of just sustained control, and they were rewarded overball with the tap-in.
It's been a great game so far. 3-1. We've seen some back and forth action. Unfortunately, DeCottney will not have another shutout of his career tonight, but it's a good game, in matter of fact, and we like to see those.
No small feat for Mikhail Kudenko. I believe that's the first goal that DeCottney has allowed this season through 5 contests. Brody Thornton with speed going across the grain. Sealed up, nearly evaded the blocker of Polzin. Stanko giving a whack there to Sensoli, who doesn't like it. They'll have to be separated. That was an old-fashioned lumberjack chop from Stanko there after the whistle had blown. He'll be ushered away right now. Almost halfway through this third period. After no goals in the second, we have one from both sides. Calmer heads will prevail. Clemen to oppose the Wolverines' goal scorer, Kudenko. Played AAA hockey with Honey Baked. Born in St. Petersburg, Russia. What a tip that was from Cameron Armstrong. Great eye-hand coordination. Nearly caught Polzin by surprise. Backhanded in by West. Cutting back with it is Matthews. A poor turnover. Bulldogs back up the other way. Henrik Overval did a good job of using Kieran O'Connell as a screen. Pulls in the stop.
Overval looking for his second goal on the night, and he almost slipped another one through, but Polzin not fooled this time, as it'll only be a rebound goal for Overval as of right now.
Adrian outshooting Dearborn 45-24, nearly 2-1 for the Bulldogs here at home. Big rivalry game at Arrington Ice Arena. Kent with it. Sends it down low or perhaps into the netting as we see a stoppage. Usually in the ACHA we see a home-and-home back-to-back. Not so for this game. Adrian is hosting Michigan Dearborn just for a single midweek game here on a Thursday night. And then on Saturday, they're going to visit Allendale to challenge Grand Valley State at 7:30 p.m. And, of course, next weekend, a big series for the Bulldogs as they host the Liberty Flames for a weekend slate right back here at Arrington.
Another big rivalry with the Liberty Flames. We always usually split that series with the Flames.
Yep.
It's been a good contest with them. I remember when they came here and the Liberty was 2 and Adrian was 3, so that was always a good matchup, but unfortunately, the Bulldogs fell short in a couple of those contests.
Connor Smith rips one into Polzin and gives a nudge to Makarchuk. And yeah, like you said, Brett, they're going to host Liberty for 2 games here next Friday and Saturday at Arrington Ice Arena. And then later on in the season, they'll make the trip down south to Lynchburg, Virginia to take on the Flames in their home barn. 2 of the top teams year after year in ACHA Division I.
It's always good to hear Goose back on the mic as well. He had an injury. He actually tore his Achilles tendon.
Polzin was trying to find it off the quick shot from the draw by Sam Spate. Still made the stop. Continue on, Brett.
But yeah, Joe Goose Van Giesen back on the microphone. An Adrian alum, and he's called over 700 Bulldog hockey games. And I remember that mark last year. That was a great sight. And actually, I think he has a plaque of it as well. So hopefully he continues. Maybe he can get to 1,000.
Iconic voice. It's pretty much the voice of Bulldog hockey, wouldn't you say, Brett?
It is indeed, and everybody likes hearing that voice, especially when you score a goal. And your voice is announced by Goose, and everybody refers to him as that, and it's just a great feeling in this ice arena.
Yeah, Goose Van Giesen, I'm pretty sure he makes over an hour trip to get here to call these games for public address as well, so very committed to the cause. And one of the great names in Bulldog hockey history is Gajewski. Thought surely he could beat Polzin with the slapper, not so.
Wow, Gajewski hummed that thing in there. It had some heat behind it, and that melted the ice. I'm just kidding. That was a good shot though by Gajewski.
Face-off coming up for Adrian. You just love those fire and ice puns, don't you, Brett?
I do.
Can't help yourself.
I really can't. It's honestly just a sickness.
Chance in front for the Bulldogs again. That goes out of play. I think we've seen a lot of pucks go over the glass so far tonight. 9 minutes, 5 seconds. Can Adrian maintain their lead at home, or can Dearborn mount a last-minute comeback? Thornton trying to answer that question. Right into Polzin again. Lots of shots going into the body of Eric Polzin.
50 shots on goal. They have doubled Michigan Dearborn's shots on goal in this third period now. That is an incredible number. I think the record, I can't remember for a team. I believe it's like in the 120s shots on goal for Adrian, I believe. I don't quite remember though, but it's just some absurd number.
Chance Matthews weaving forward. Kudenko pulls it to his stick. Out of play again and upended by Nolan. 8:49 left to go in the period. Bulldogs commanding the lead. Goals from Gajewski, Connor Smith, and Overval. Wolverines' only tuck coming from the Russian Kudenko. Great crew that we have tonight. Of course, Calvin Keys joined by Brett Carlisle, Andrew Black directing, and Josiah Durrell pinch hitting on the camera. This one lobbed down. O'Connell chasing after it. Adrian bench infuriated because Kieran O'Connell delayed as long as physically possible to go back to retrieve that puck. Worked out for him, got the icing call. That's really an important tactic as a defenseman. Try to take as long as you can to get back to let that puck just cross over that goal line for the icing call. O'Connell executed it to perfection.
Costalos a little upset with the referees over there on the side. Or maybe he's just joking around with them, but
I don't think he's joking around. 2-goal game, rivalry matchup. You need every inch that you can get. Armstrong backhanded in. Across. Emery will take his ice. Jake Emery shoots in. Cruz lobbed off the top of the glass. Another whistle. I think we need to raise the glass here in Arrington or something. Keeps going in every couple of seconds, it feels like.
We actually haven't had that many whistles tonight. Don't laugh at me. I know it was a little stutter, but we actually haven't had that many whistles tonight, as it's gone in the net quite a few times, but we've actually been continuing to play quite a bit.
Yeah, those have been about the only stoppages we've seen. So we get another whistle. Sent into the bench by the Bulldogs. It'll come back in their zone for another face-off. As for Michigan Dearborn, we talked about Adrian's upcoming schedule. They will open their Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference play next weekend, challenging Concordia in a home-and-home weekend series. One forward, West, racing after it. Pair of big stops by Ducatney. Brendan West upended. Lobbed pass, poked away from Smith. In deep. Dearborn taking a minute to tag up, but they finally do. McLaughlin finds the tape of Connor Smith. Silky mitts that Smith has on him. Tried the backhand from an acute angle. Kent, cross-ice glove down to Julio. Big shot block there. Provided by Max Hartwell, putting his body on the line for the team. Score stays 3-1, 7:33 remaining in the game. Kudenko, he had the goal tonight. That's his third of the season. He has the team lead now. So 3 goals through 3 games, a goal per game pace for Mikhail Kudenko. Dearborn will need another of their personnel to step up if they want to come back in this game. Minutes are waning in this one. Kent smacks it right back from whence it came. Jake Emery chips it off the window. McLaughlin returns the favor. Polzin pressured here, dangerously send it right up the middle. Wasn't far away from the stick of Sebastian Smith. McLaughlin's puck still goes. I feel like it's gone out of play a lot.
It has
personally.
now. It definitely has this third period. A lot of whistles this third period. I think about probably 35 times. Change the time here. It should be 6:56 left in the third period now.
Stanko to take this face-off against Brendan West.
Thank you to our
Thornton. Yeah, great director Andrew Black doing a bang-up job.
Doing a great job over there.
Mott, the shot, went off the side of the goal. Mikhail Kudenko. Brendan West has it poked away. Jamer skating backwards to pick it up. Whistled, maybe nicked off the blocker of Polzin. Looking across for Kudenko, racing after it. Nolan gets there first. Collides with the Russian forward. Thornton, reverse hit on West, who steals the puck. Did his job. Weaving backwards, Kudenko a shot. And the puck will kiss the twine again. 6:13 remaining. Again, if you're just joining us, Adrian has had their goals supplied by Dylan Gajewski, Connor Smith, and most recently Henrik Overval. Dearborn's scorer was Mikhail Kudenko. Puck knocked to the near wall off the faceoff. Out for O'Connell, poked away by Henrik Overval. Makarchuk finds Sensoli, sends it on net from distance. Garner will provide some snow towards Ducatny. Approaching the 6-minute mark and what's been choppy play here recently in this game.
Yeah, 6:01 left, and anything can happen in 6 minutes. 2-goal lead still, 3-1. Henrik Overval giving them a 2-goal lead despite as opposed to a 1-goal lead as it was a little bit earlier in this third period. So, like you said, it's been up and down, kind of wavy.
Bond's stretched pass will find its way to the far end boards. Back for icing. Lots of stops and starts in this one. Puck going out of play, down the ice. Saves being made by both goaltenders. As you mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, Brett, Adrian's 28-10 in 38 all-time matchups with the Wolverines. Swept the season series last year with a 4-0 road win and a 3-2 shootout result here on home ice. Adrian actually lost their first ever meeting with Dearborn back in 2009 by a score of 5-2, but they haven't lost to the Wolverines lately since 2019. Bird trying to change that. Blocker stopped by Ducatny. Stays alert. Clement surging forward. Wins the puck battle. Spins. Sends it down. Should be an icing, and it is. Clement working hard to capture that puck.
Adrian's going to take a timeout here.
I think that's coming after a couple of icing calls, so trying to recalibrate, give their players a breather here after they've had a bit of a long shift. Back with the conclusion of the third period after this brief commercial.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. 161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Back at Arrington Ice Arena, 5 minutes, 25 seconds. All that separates Adrian from their 5th W of the season. It's been a closer affair. So far, they've outscored their opponents 41-2. Took down Roosevelt University last weekend. Back-to-back wins by scores of 11-0 and 13-0. This one's been a tighter affair, Brett.
Yeah, and Michigan Dearborn really not going away, and they're really showing Adrian College they can stay in this. And with about almost 5 minutes left, and we're going to see what happens with the Wolverines here.
Dearborn will not go away quietly. Both teams with 1 goal in this third period as the Wolverines turn it over. Cleared out by DeCesare. Trying to stay with it. Delivers a shove to Potter. They're still getting tangled up. Hartwell moves away from the pressure of DeGiulio and then turns backwards again. Nice move, forehand to backhand. Slapped forward for Joey Cullinan. Leaves for Brendan West with an assist tonight. Gajewski winning the race, whacks it up to himself, turns on the brakes, puts it through the legs of Hartwell. Connor Smith forging onwards. He's tripped up, sent into the far board. Spate trying to find it. Regained by Sam Spate. Drop to Connor Smith. Gajewski in the high slot, rebound chance, Spate. Polson got in the way. Connor Smith digs it loose, returns it to the blue line. Sheldon Nolan kicked, falls to Spate. Thought that nearly went into the net. May have taken a deflection off the glove of Polson or gone straight over altogether. Gajewski, quick pass, snapped to Connor Smith. Wolverines desperately need to get it out. Joey Cullinan will do so, dumps it deep, and Dearborn will get a much-needed change. to Cottney with the save. Bulldogs play it forward. Spate deflected it, negating the icing. Jamer pressuring Emery, finds its way out in front. Spate with a chance, bangs the stick in frustration as he's had a couple of opportunities on this shift, denied again by Polson. Brett, 53-29, the shot advantage. Talk about the performance of Eric Polson tonight. He's been great.
Yeah, and only allowing 3 goals on 53 shots is impeccable, honestly. And Polson has really showed his own in goal tonight, and I don't give him any hate as he has done very well, only allowing 3 goals past.
Another save there. 54 shots is more than you may see in a pair of games, let alone one sometimes for a goaltender. Polson making nice saves. Keeping this game a close one. 3-1, 3:21 left in the game. Calvin Keys with Brett Carlisle on Adrian College TV. ACHA Men's Division I Hockey. Adrian College Bulldogs versus the University of Michigan Dearborn Wolverines. Rivalry matchup here at Arrington Ice Arena. Glove down by DeCottney, he'll hold. 3:02 left in the game. Again, shout out to our crew. Of course, myself, Calvin, and Brett Carlisle. Andrew Black, our director, Josiah Durrell, our camera operator. Just over 3 minutes left in the game. Sensoli takes this face off. Clement wins it back. Cruz given a rough ride. Emerging with the biscuit here is Bigelow. Clement fighting for it. Back here for Emery. Bigelow and Clement still tied up there in the near corner. Trickles out for Bond. Banked rink wide. Makarchuk getting there first. Josh Makarchuk meets a roadblock in Henrik Overval. Circles backward. Overval intervention wins the puck. Drop here. One-time drive from Armstrong as he's knocked over. Hard forearm check from Sensoli. Battling for the puck right in front of the penalty box. Clement dumps it deep. Polzin leaving it with the paddle. Pressured a bit of panic mode there for Eric Polzin as Cesare was bearing in with speed. Makarchuk weaving forward. He's clotheslined. Batted on for DeJulia. Have to wonder when we'll see the goalie pull for Polzin to give the extra skater to the Wolverines, Brett.
Yeah, once they get it out of the way, so Adrian doesn't have a chance to score on him, honestly. We're probably going to see an open net goals tonight, though.
Brendan West, bar down, went through the entire Adrian team. This game's not over, folks. Brendan West had the assist. Now he has the goal. A work of art. Dearborn was having trouble getting it out of their own ends.
Coast to coast. Here we go. Brendan West, I mean, he went 4 defenders, split 4 defenders, and threw it top shelf.
Second bar down shot we've seen tonight. Connor Smith had one in the first period. How about that one?
I'm sorry to interrupt what you were saying there when I said, oh, really loudly, because this is unexpected.
Just complete shock as Brendan West beat 3 different Adrian players at once and ripped it off the crossbar and in, beaten Ducatny for the second time tonight. 3-2.
It's the most he's allowed so far this season, 2 goals. So Michigan Dearborn really showing that they can stay in this, and about a minute left.
Bird point shot. Right pad stop Ducatny. This one's going to go down to the wire. Final minute of play from Arrington Ice Arena. Just a goal separates these two teams after a late third period comeback. Mounted by the Wolverines. Max Hartwell trying to spin away from the pressure of Spate. Instead he's trapped. Spate digging away at it. Polzin's trying to cover. Puck is still loose. Spate knocked over. Overval and Sebastian Smith coming in to defend their teammate. 42 seconds left on the board. And this is a difficult scenario for Dearborn because now they're in their own end. They need to quickly get a clean face-off win, get up ice, and pull their goaltender for the extra man.
And that can be dangerous too because Adrian is very good when they are shorthanded. One of the best teams last year shorthanded as well in power play goals and when there's 6 men on the ice for the other team. So they know how to shoot at the length of ice. I've seen it in their practice before. They sometimes practice from the 2 face-off circles in their own end and just shoot them down to practice.
Wolverines win it, just what the doctor ordered. Kudenko dumped in, but it went off the referee, so didn't get in deep. Dearborn frustrated, sliding in there to block the shot from Stenko was Makarchuk. Follow-up chance from number 13 goes wide of the empty goal. 6 skaters on the ice for Michigan Dearborn. Clock ticking down. 20 seconds. Kudenko has a goal. Can he find another? Pass is too far behind Matthews. Adrian wins it. Finds its way back to Makarchuk. 10 seconds now. Bigelow shot from distance. Handcuffed to Cotney, a hard check. Another chance in front. Kudenko over the crossbar, over the net. Dearborn hammering away at it. A wild scrum in front, and Adrian will emerge with the victory. Ducatny getting in the fray. We've got a mix-up here.
A big one.
Players going at it down on the ice. The game ends, and the frustrations boiling over here. A wild scrum. Stanko still getting into it with Kudenko. Dearborn providing lots of last-second excitement. Needed a moment to catch my breath here after there was some wild last-minute action. 3-2 the final. Adrian gets the win. The horn sounds, the fight song plays. That was a close one. Wolverines certainly put up a good fight, but Adrian emerges victorious, Brett.
Yeah, give credit to the Wolverines. And it was a great game. Such a fantastic ending. Obviously, hockey fans love the brawl, too, that at the end of the game. I mean, you can't ask for a better ending between the two and a rivalry at that. So I guess take away my statement from last time at 28-10, tried 29-10 now. Adrian all-time meeting with U of M Dearborn, so. And now they all going to shake hands as well, so it's still sportsmanlike. It was just a little heated in the moment, so.
After battling tooth and nail for 60 minutes, you look your opponent in the eye, you shake their hands, and these teams will face again later on this year, albeit in Dearborn. So looking forward to that game as Adrian stays perfect 5-0 record for the number 3 team in the land as they take it 3-2. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in at home. Calvin Keys alongside Brett Carlisle. Thanks again for joining us here on Adrian College TV. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.